Hello everybody, welcome back to Cooking Hayden's. I'm Car Boot Chris. This is our lunch hour live for this week because I'm not going to be here for a few days over the back end of the week and the weekend. We're going back up north for a bit. So I decided to do a Wednesday this week just so that we got one in. Didn't want to leave you waiting till next week. Hope you're all doing well. I hope your sales are going okay. I hope business is good. So what we're going to talk about today is time away versus extend dispatch times. What's best to do on eBay? But we're not going to talk about it now. We'll say hello to a few people, do a bit of chit chat, and then we'll get straight onto it. So let's see who we have in the chat today. We've got Sharon. Hi, Sharon. First in today, ABL Dave is here. Dave's obviously got nothing else to do today. Blue Harvest, thanks Mark, appreciate that. Hi Kevin, we've got Santa in as well. Santa, your parcel has left the UK. It is winging its way over to you, so thank you. Let us know when you get it. The Dave is here. And who else? We've got Emsden. Hi Paul Marie, welcome. Rosie as well. We've got Phil. It's Carver O'Clock. ABL says we're expecting another heat wave this week. Are we? Are we, Dave? We're expecting a heat wave this weekend? I thought it looked like rain. Let's have a look at the old weather app. Not that I believe or trust anything I read on this. It's nice down here in Torquay, but it's not so great up north. Raining. Oh, well, that it's raining up in the Manchester area. 21 degrees raining Saturday, 21 raining Sunday. If we'd have stayed here in Devon, it would be lovely weather, perfect boot sale weather. So that is just bloody typical. Hi Joanne. Good afternoon to you. Who else we got here? Jodie's in. Afternoon. Pete, Theme Park and Toys, welcome. Chris Tyler, we've got Project Weaver, welcome. Who else? Armsy, we've got Antoinette as well. Guaz, just finished work, join you in 30 minutes when I get home. No worries, no worries. Don't rush and do something silly. Alknax, very timely, just thinking about time away settings. Yeah, there's a few people thinking about it. Obviously, we've just hit the summer holidays, haven't we? Kids are off pretty much now. Most kids are off now. So everyone's thinking about going away, and that means you've got to deal with your eBay reselling business, whatever, You've got to get it prepared for when you go on holiday. So we're going to talk about it in a little while. Moses on Facebook, welcome to you. Hi, Mike and Francis. Sunny in Liverpool at the minute, 18 degrees. Tap Peddler Derek. Hi, Lisa. You're a bit late, but we're just doing hellos. It's fine. I'm just going down, seeing who we've got in. 20 in Manchester. What is it here at the minute? I don't know. Left-handed. He's on the beach in North Devon. Very nice indeed. Very nice. Santa says yes. Got a GSP notification the other day and thought it said it was delivered here already. Went out and looked in the mailbox before realizing it had just been delivered to the GSP. It's now left the GSP facility. I got a message, I think, yesterday saying it's left. So it is on its way now. It should get there pretty quick, I would think. Within a week, I would expect. Tap Peddler Derek says, I have a holiday book for October, so interesting to think about this. I haven't used time away as usually set long dispatch, but 2 weeks this time, so too long to do that. You can set a long dispatch. You can still set your dispatch to that, Derek, but we'll talk about it in a minute. The pros and the cons and the things to look out for, because it's not simple. People think it's just, let's just put time away on X date to X date. It's not as simple as that. You've got a lot more things to think about. eBay tried to simplify it, but in reality, they didn't really do anything different than the vacation settings. The only thing they did differently was they now auto-calculate your delivery times. That's the only thing really they do differently than what they didn't do prior to time away settings. But anyway, we'll get onto it in a minute. The retro room, northeast, I suppose that means, in Sunderland. Welcome. I think that's a new name, but good to have you on board. Lisa's still working. That's cool. Hi, Sam. Good afternoon to you. Lisa's just had a clothing delivery left in the worst place ever, but it's too heavy for me to bring in. I'll have to wait for my boyfriend to bring it in. You could unbox it wherever it's been left, Lisa, and take it up bit by bit. What about that? Unbox it on the street. What was Belle's reaction? She said she nearly died, basically. She said it was like cringy or something. But kind of agreed that it was a good move to model them because of the picture. The picture just wasn't right. Okay, we got to the bottom here. So come on, let's just get straight into this because we've got a lot to cover really with this. It's not a simple topic. So put your hands up in the chat if you use dispatch times rather than time away. So if you don't use the time away function and you sort it manually with dispatch times and stuff, put your hand up. I want to see. There's 49 people watching. So if you manually do it, I manually do it. I don't use time away settings. Stick your hand up. I want to see how many of you use that option. New indeed. Retro vintage reseller turns shop owner. Oh, very nice. I love the logo. That's great. I think that's a cracking logo. Well done on that. Good morning to Kathy. Just having issues again seeing the stream. Thought I'd say hi. And Lisa says watching it on our video cams so it doesn't get nicked. Okay. Tap Peddler, I've previously done dispatch times, not happy this time as they aren't taking dispatch times into account as they should anymore. Yeah, we're going to talk about it, but I guess if you put a 2-week dispatch time on, they have to really take that into account. I think they take it in. I mean, they definitely take your dispatch time into account, but they also do look at your history as well. So it's a bit like it's a bit of a joke, the whole system, isn't it? Really, to be honest. So actually, at the minute, nobody uses manual dispatch times. Everybody uses time away. Am I right in thinking that? Because nobody's put their hand up in the chat to say that they manually deal with their holiday time. That really surprises me. Sam says, I just don't go away. Fair enough. Hi, Cherry. The Retro Room says, I do time away. So I am surprised. I mean, either that or nobody's even asked about commenting about it. Project Weaver says, time away always and pause selling. Obviously, if you do this as a full-time, you probably don't want to pause selling. Yeah, exactly. Abel does both. Do it manually as well as set time away. You see, that in itself, Dave, that could cause you a problem, because if you manually change your dispatch times and set time away, they might be presenting, because time away automatically calculates when you come back and gives a dispatch time based on that. So you could end up, if you put like 7 days dispatch time because you're away for a week and you set time away, in theory, buyers might be presented with a dispatch time that's 7 days after you come back from your holiday, which would be way past what you would need it to be. In theory, I'm just saying that eBay, you know what it's like. That's the theory behind it. Emsden have used time away. What is the best to do? I've never used it, not been on eBay long. Well, it's personal preference, but I'm going to go through the pros and cons of both in a minute, Lisa. So you make your own decision when you've finished listening to it. Finally, Rosie extends dispatch. The last time I was away for a long time, I used holiday mode and then halfway through switched it off and reduced dispatch times over the last few days. Okay, that's interesting. 4 years ago, though. Yeah. Emsden only really do weekend breaks, so we don't have to close. Okay, fair enough. Do you not get away for a week or anything? You know, go abroad or out like that? It's annoying time away and dispatch time do not automatically update and reduce your from holiday dates to set up your dispatch time. Time away does do that. Time away automatically, or it's meant to. It's meant to automatically adjust the delivery times that buyers will see. It's meant to. Yes, Dave, this is something that I do. I reduce. Alknax, I've just done time away half an hour ago, so very interested on the comments. There's just a few things you need to be aware of. I'm going to get to the bottom of the chat and then I'll start going through, because I've made some notes to make sure I don't forget anything, and I'm sure you guys will chip in. Hi, Carl. Welcome. Jody says, I changed dispatch time but unsure this year, like Tap Peddler, because eBay ignore it and my average dispatch and delivery time and make it up. Yeah, they do. They do. But the important thing is, though, if you think about it, the important thing is, because where you actually get a ding on your account, a proper ding, is if you miss your dispatch time, right? So the fact that eBay's delivery estimates for customers are not always right, that's not always the end of the world. You might get some late deliveries, but a lot of the time people don't even like fill that in, because a lot of the time that's based on customer feedback when they do the stars and stuff. But as long as you don't miss your dispatch time, because if you dispatch late, that will give you a ding on your account. That's more important than the actual whether the item arrives late or not. We'll talk about this in a minute, Sam. Chris, full-time eBay reseller. That's a good name. I like that. Can only stay for 10 minutes. Broadband being updated. Oh, you'll have to watch back later, Shabba. Cherry says, as a buyer, I always look at dispatch times. Go for the shortest one in some cases. As a seller, you might not see that people pay attention to it unless someone complains it's late. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, good point of view from a buyer's point of view. Very true, Carl. It's all over the show. I found it a struggle in June to get orders out within 2 days when I was bedridden and poorly. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. Okay, right. I'll tell you first, right? So what we're talking about is time away settings, which used to be called holiday mode or vacation mode. They changed it to time away, versus extend dispatch and manually deal with your time away. So here's my opinion, and you might change it with your opinions. You might be able to change my opinion, if you know what I mean. But my opinion is that the time away settings seems to be aimed at casual sellers rather than volume business sellers like most of us. Time away settings, I feel like they are more aimed at casual sellers, and I've got reasons to back that up, because it doesn't really cover some of the situations that we're in as a volume full-time reseller on eBay. It doesn't cover some of the situations, and there's lots of things you need to be aware of, and we'll get to that in a minute. But I'll tell you what I do. So currently, or I have done for many years, I extend my dispatch times. So I'm going away for the next few days, and later on tonight, I will change my dispatch time on all my listings to 4 days. To Christ, eBay don't mess about too much with it. So I'm going to change tonight from 2 days to 4 days. So I extend dispatch times, and I've also done that when I've gone away for like a 10-day holiday. If I go away for 10 days, I'll just put a 14-day dispatch time on my listings. Now, someone commented before and said, oh, well, it's good because the message comes up and it lets people know you're away. That is good. I agree. So what I do to counter that is every single order that comes in while I'm away, I send a message to a personal message or a copy pasted that I've saved ready to do it. So every sale, I send the buyer a message, saying, sorry, I'm away at the moment. And I always use a certain terminology. See you later. Bell's off to work. I always use a certain terminology, and I will say, I assume that you have seen that my dispatch time is longer than normal. And that is because I am away or not able to dispatch at the moment. So I message every buyer, and you might think that's onerous, but it's not really. It's just a copy and paste job. But also in the message, I'll say, if you're not happy with this, please let me know straight away, and I will cancel the order and give you an immediate refund. I always offer a refund on every single purchase while I'm away. And also, I will put the exact date that I'm going to get the item in the post. So, like, if I get a sale tomorrow, I will message the buyer, sorry, I assume you've seen my dispatch times are a little bit longer than normal. That's because we're taking a break at the moment. Your item will be dispatched promptly on Monday, the 1st of August. If this isn't okay with you, please let me know straight away. I'll issue you a full refund and cancel the order. And that's pretty much what I say. And I would say 1 in 100 people, I can't even remember the last time, and we go away quite a bit, and I do change my dispatch and stuff. I can't remember the last time someone asked me to cancel. They always, nearly always, 99.9% of the time, they are okay with it. And most of the time they reply and say, thanks very much for letting me know, it's absolutely fine. So that's what I do. And I realized that actually a lot of people, when they go on holiday, they don't want to be mithered by work. And I totally understand that. That's just personal preference. Obviously, I'm self-employed. Most of us are self-employed. I can't really afford to completely switch off because this is my job. When you're self-employed, you sort of take a few things on board that, unfortunately, this is life. This is how the lifestyle is. You have to sort of carry on a little bit whilst you're away. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just turn off your sales, basically, I would say. If you don't want to be mithered by work, turn off your sales, but accept that, you're going to take a hit for a week or whatever, that you're not going to get any sales. So you've got to be prepared for that. If you are happy for your sales to keep coming in, then you also have to be prepared that you will get messages coming in and you need to reply to them. And you'll get offers coming in, you need to deal with them. You might want to send offers out. You're still doing business. So you just got to weigh it up. So before I get into the chat, I'll finish I've not finished the process that I go through. There's quite a step-by-step process. So extend dispatch times. I message every buyer with an option to cancel. I stop sending offers out and I stop negotiating with counter offers 3 days before I go away or before I plan to change my dispatch times. And this is really important because for the last 2 days, 3 days, I've not been dealing with any offers. I've not sent any offers out. I've not countered any offers. And that is because if you send an offer out, it's live for 48 hours, for 2 days. And if you counter offer somebody, it's live for 2 days. You will not be able to change the dispatch times on those items. So if I was to have sent a load of offers out this morning, those offers would be live for the next 2 days. I want to change my dispatch times tonight. So I wouldn't be able to do that on all the orders that I've sent offers out because you can't alter the listing whilst those offers are live. So you've almost got to keep your eBay clean of offers and counters for a couple of days prior to you wanting to set that dispatch time up. That is really important. And actually, that is the same for time away as well. If you've just set time away today, but you've been sending offers out the last 2 days, you're in danger, because if somebody accepts one of those offers, you're obliged to dispatch it, really, but you're not going to be here. Anyway, so that's that. So yeah, well, if you're away and you've got your dispatch time set up, be very careful about sending offers out. Get your timing right, because what I do while I'm away is I will periodically reduce the dispatch time on all items. So what you've got to keep in your mind is that 2-day thing. So if you're away for a week, immediately after setting your dispatch times, say tonight for me, I'm going to set my dispatch times to 4 days tonight. I can then send out a bulk load of offers after I've done it, because the dispatch time will be 4 days at that point. And then in a couple of days' time, I could set the dispatch time back to 2 days on everything. But you've got to remember that all those offers went out. So they might not, you've got to do it, get the timing right so that they will change as well. So effectively, I won't be able, if I send offers out tonight after I've done dispatch, It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I can't change my dispatch time back to 2 days until Saturday. And in the meantime, don't send any offers out. It's complicated, but it's not. I hope you're following what I'm saying. Also, another thing to remember is I schedule listings while I'm away. So don't forget, if you do schedule listings whilst you're away, that you set the correct dispatch time on the new listings. That's really important because you might have forgotten that, because I've got like a few every day going on whilst I'm away to keep the algorithm moving. So if you do that, don't forget to put the appropriate dispatch time for the day that it's actually going to be listed. So I've got some stuff going on tomorrow, so they still need to really be on 4-day dispatch. Whereas the stuff that's going on Saturday, scheduled, that can be 2-day dispatch. So it just requires a little bit of thought. And I think this is where the time away settings doesn't work for me in a lot of these scenarios. In some of the scenarios it does work, but in a lot of them it doesn't. So I think that pretty much covers how I deal with it. Extend dispatch times, message every buyer with option to cancel. Don't send out or counter offers 3 days before extending dispatch times. Whilst away, I reduce the dispatch times, but also be careful when sending out offers whilst you're doing that. And also, if you're scheduling listings whilst away, just remember to alter those dispatch times correctly. So there you go. It sounds complicated, but it's really not that complicated. It's just about the timing of it. And it's dead important to get it right because you don't want a ding on your account for these things. Before I move on to how time away works, I'm going to just go back and see how you're all sort of taking that information. Let's see. Hi, Bang Bang Duck. Jody says, good to know. I've had a couple of people question when I'm going to post something after buying because they've not looked at the dispatch times. To be fair, yeah, I always message them. Just have something copied and pasted ready to go. It's dead quick. Reseller Kid, all right, Peter. Carl says our store needs a revamp. So when holidays were taken in January, I took all listings down and started a refresh. Seems to have helped. That's good. Lisa says, I was thinking of doing it your way, but I was thinking longer. Would it affect sales and stuff? Well, the longer your dispatch times are, the more it's going to affect your sales. It's going to happen. People want things quickly, but the same would happen if you had time away on, because it would tell people, when you're back, and if you're not back for 2 weeks, then it will affect your sales. It definitely will affect your sales. Another thing that you can do is when you send offers out whilst you're on away time or whilst you're on holiday, if you send offers out, send really aggressive, attractive offers. But in the message, paste a message in there to say, I'm sending you a really great offer, but please bear in mind, we're not back from our holiday until XYZ time, and your item will be dispatched on Monday, the 1st of August. I always put that little message in when I'm on holiday with an offer, just to say, this is a great offer, but bear in mind, I can't dispatch it just yet, basically. So that's what I would do on that. Just about customer service and keeping people in the loop. People like to know what's going on. Hi, Philip and Chop Chop. Lisa said that's a good idea. Chris says, I changed my dispatch times around 4 months ago from 2 days to 1 day. I've noticed my sales go up. Remember that weekends don't count. I think Saturdays count, Chris. I'm pretty sure I had this conversation with eBay. I'm not 100%, so I'm not going to swear on my life, but I think that eBay counts Saturday as a day. So, I'd love to get that confirmed, but, you could ask 3 different people at eBay and they give you different answers. But when I've done checks in the past, I'm pretty sure that eBay counts Saturday as a delivery day. Let's see. I'll try and get down, and then I'll talk about time away and how that works. Smart idea. Just being told is enough instead of getting to days later wondering where it's exactly, and it helps, get yourself good feedback, communication, and stuff. Hi, Candice. Kev, so when I'm away, I use holiday mode and switch off. Everyone needs a break from eBay and find it refreshing. Totally. Like I said, everyone's different. Me personally, I don't want to not get sales for a week or whatever. I can't afford to have no sales for a week, even if sales will definitely be less. Although they'll probably be about 50% of what they usually are, but I'll take that rather than nothing. Sam says, does it allow you to change dispatch on items you sent offers? No, that's what I'm saying, Sam. No, you can't alter you can't alter a lot of things when there's a live offer on. So that's why you've got to be really careful about your timing. Can the change be made in bulk edit? Yes, you can change dispatch times in bulk edit. Very, very simple. It takes seconds. You just select all, change dispatch times to whatever you want. Dead easy. I usually just keep mine on time away option. However, I've also extended dispatch times in the past, had sales throughout. Tap pedal 100% on the offer thing, Chris. Also, if you use business policies, it will create copies of policies, which creates a mess. Yeah, thankfully, I don't use business policies for this kind of reason. It just gets so messy. But yeah, the offer thing, you've got to be so careful. I time it. It's even worth like putting in your phone, in your diary, or what do you call it? Your calendar on your phone. Working out before you go on holiday, what are the days you need to do things. So on the 1st, I need to change dispatch times and send out all available offers. On the 5th, I need to reduce dispatch times and then send out all offers again. And on the 9th, I need to reduce dispatch times again and send out all offers again. So you've got to give the time for those offers to expire so that you can change your thing. I know it sounds complicated, but it's not that complicated. You just got to understand how the system works. What do you mean there, Lisa? Can you set it so it does it on every item? I don't follow what that is. Do you mean to dispatch times? Yeah, you can do bulk edit on that if that's what you mean. Oh, don't go away, basically, Chris says, yeah. Never go on holiday. Yeah. I just do it on my phone, Sam. Do it on, if you use your phone, but use the desktop version, you can do it on your phone, desktop version of eBay. Or if you've got an iPad, take your iPad with you. You could do it on iPad a little bit easier, but I don't take my laptop away. Although I'll be taking my laptop, when we stay in this country, I tend to take my laptop. Like if we go up north to see family, I'll take my laptop with me because it makes life easier. But when we're abroad, I definitely don't take my laptop with me. I think it's a good plan. It puts a choice on the buyer after they made a purchase to either cancel or keep. Yeah, sure. Do post office have? Some do and some don't. It's local. I think it's a local decision, really. Hi, the Grinch. I thought so too, Joan. eBay do count Saturday as a working delivery day. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm sure it is. So don't fall foul for that one when thinking about your dispatch days. If you, for example, if you've got 2-day dispatch and you sell something on a Thursday, eBay will expect you to have that dispatched by the Saturday, and they'll include Saturday in that. So don't think that if you have 2-day dispatch that it's okay if you sell something on Thursday to dispatch it Monday. You will have a late dispatch if you do that. You definitely will have a late dispatch. Reseller's blueprint. Said, I'm on holiday now. I put my store in holiday mode last Thursday until this Friday. Being full-time, can't afford a week of no sales. Oh yeah, I understand that people want things quicker, so I get that it's going to be less, but it's definitely, yeah, it's worth doing. Especially, I think, like for me, for this short break we're going on, like it's only a few days. You know, it's basically a long weekend, like Thursday to Sunday. So it's no big deal. I've only got to do things pretty much once. But if you're away for 2 weeks or you're away for 10 days, I think it's worth putting in your diary what days you need to do things, because you've got to be organized so you don't mess it up. Oh, I answered it. Okay. Kez18, welcome. Good idea, Thrifty. Yes, around bigger sales. That's something I've done as well in the past. I've put sales on. I've reduced prices on items. That can really help. The Grinch is off to Cornwall. Nice one. I didn't realise you could do that, Sam. I wouldn't bother myself. I'm happy. I just dispatch Monday, Wednesday, Friday on a 2-day, so it's fine for what I do. But yeah, they do. I assume if you don't turn it off, then, because I didn't know you could turn off the Saturday. If you don't turn it off, then Saturdays are definitely included. Retro says, if I set my postage as Royal Mail, it doesn't count the Saturday. If I set it as Packlink, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Why didn't they just do everything working day? So Monday to Friday. Why don't they just keep it simple? They're just constantly, the problem is with eBay, and we said it before, they're constantly trying to get those delivery times to as low as possible so they can compete with Amazon. At the end of the day, you just end up with unhappy customers. Well, if you've turned off Saturday, then that's fair enough. That's what it will say. But I didn't even know that you could turn off Saturday. I've never seen that before. Graham says you can turn on off any day and set latest time for dispatch each day. Yeah, I've done the latest time, but I didn't actually realize you could turn. I think I set the latest time. Oh, did I set the latest time for like 12 o'clock or something? I can't remember. Okay. Let's talk about time away, because I've talked about what I do, which is extend dispatch time. So time away, okay. So time away, pretty simple on the face of it. So you go into the time away settings and you put in the dates that you are going to be away and unavailable for dispatch and stuff like that. But eBay do recommend that you do 1 or 2 days before and 1 or 2 days after. And it does say on the time away settings that it will auto extend the delivery times that buyers are going to see based on the dates that you put in. So that's good. But what you've got to remember, and a lot of it applies from the way that I do it with dispatch times, is what you've got to remember is that the same applies to you in regards of fulfilling orders prior to you going away. So if you've got outstanding offers, and remember, an offer, a best offer, a counter offer, it is active for 2 days, 48 hours. So you've got to fulfill those. So I would still say to you, if you use time away, make sure you're not dealing with offers 2 or 3 days before you go away. Because if you've sent out offers like today and you're about to set time away tonight, if somebody could accept one of those offers whilst you've gone over the next 2 days, and that's going to put you in bother because you're not going to be able to fulfill those orders. So remember that the same applies in regard to offers. And remember that eBay have this, and it's similar for dispatch. They have these ridiculous ways of calculating delivery times. So don't trust them. Give yourself enough time. Make sure that you do at least 1 day before you go on time away and 1 day after time away, just to make sure that they're not expecting you to, giving buyers unrealistic times, which they probably will anyway. And now this is where it gets really important. And this is why I think that the time away settings feel like they are aimed at more casual sellers than business full-time volume sellers. And that is because you've got to read the small print on the time away settings. If you go and check eBay's help center and you put in time away, it will give you a load of information about how it works. And there's a couple of things you need to think about with time away. And this is where it gets complicated, even more complicated potentially than extending your dispatch times. What you need to do is remember that the time away settings will not update delivery times for the following. And we've talked about offers, or second chance offers, auto accepted offers, pending counter offers, and seller initiated offers during time away. So they're saying that if you initiate an offer while you're on time away, they will not update the delivery dates. That makes no sense. But also it goes on to say items with local pickup won't be dealt with by time away, delivery times or whatever, in-store pickup. But really importantly, and a lot of us use it, the global shipping program, if you've got items that you sell on GSP, the time away settings will not apply. Well, they'll apply because it will have the thing saying that you're away, but they won't update delivery times for those. Why? Why not? So what they go on to say just underneath that is that you may want to change the delivery format or the handling times on the items above. What it's saying is that you might want to change your dispatch times on items that you send global shipping program. Well, I'm sorry, but that's every fucking item that I have. I send everything, I offer everything GSP. So you're saying that basically I've got to change my handling times for all items that are on GSP because in case somebody buys it GSP. But how do I differentiate between someone seeing it in the UK and GSP? It just beggars belief. That one thing is a bugger because that makes me worry that if someone buys GSP, and I send pretty much every time I ship on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, there's some GSP in there. So that makes it complicated, and that puts me off from using time away. It doesn't make that clear. I don't understand it, why they wouldn't do that. Yeah, I've just made a note of that one. So it's really important. Everything else is almost the same as what I said before. Be careful about sending out offers, timing, but I don't understand that. Why would you put that in? So it says, this is the wording, whether you choose to allow sales or pause them, delivery dates won't be updated for items sent with global shipping program as the delivery option. So does that mean that all items with a GSP option on it won't update delivery times, or is it just for those that purchase from abroad? It's mental. It's just, it makes zero sense. I've just seen, sorry, I've been reading that off. Hi, Glamours. Thank you so much, Glamours. You're so regular sending super chats, and it's really appreciated, but it's not necessary. I'll always read your comments, so don't worry about it. But thank you. That's great. Had a late auction last night. Just wanted to say hi and send some hearts across the pond. That's so nice. Thank you very much. And Glamours provided this week's duck race prize as well, which is going out. So that's cool. So thank you so much for that $20. Very kind. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about all this stuff. I just wish, you know what, eBay, why don't eBay do things simply? Provide us with a time away function that works, that is simple to use, that doesn't have any excluding. Because it was exactly the same when it was holiday vacation mode. It didn't work for a lot of things. It didn't work if you did X, Y, Z. And they didn't really change anything other than doing that auto delivery date thing. GT pre-love, join late afternoon all. Don't be fooled by Chris's story that they're going to Manchester. They're really going to Galaxy Con and Rally. Yes, I wish. Yes, please. Correct. Yes, GT. Yeah, same problem with auctions is people don't pay immediately. They must pay while you're away, and you get stung. Yes. Yeah, just it's timing. I forgot to mention auctions actually, so thank you, GT, for mentioning it. Auctions, be very careful. You've got to time them right. I mean, a lot of people don't use auctions these days, or if they do, they just do a few. So if you do auctions, obviously you don't want stuff ending while you're away because that will cock everything up. Definitely. Emsden says Paul is the same. He doesn't send any offers out 3 days before going away. Yeah. And don't forget as well, Paul Marie, don't negotiate in that period either. So if you send a counter offer, it's as good as I either accept or decline. If an offer comes in during that 3 day period, I just either accept it or I decline it. Don't counter. Because countering gives you the same issue. Yes, good one. Yeah, good one. Totally. She is, and if you've not subbed to Glamour's Closet, go and check out her channel. Santa's really there. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. Santa has put in the link there, so thank you. What I've also done in the past when you have a smaller store is to change your items to 7-day auctions with the bid at the price you are happy, and then that gives you the week. And then that gives you the week for bids before it's won. I get you. Yes. Yes, that's good. I get you. Good idea. Let's see. Changing the handling times is not a solution as it breaks your ability to have premium listings. Well, yeah, if you do that, if you hit eBay's requirement for the listings, then yeah. I don't do that anyway. This is the problem, Chris. I am 1 in 10 items GSP, so time away sounds like a waste of time. Exactly, Chris, and that is the way I read it, and that is why if eBay were to include that all the GSP in with the time away, I would use time away because you get the banner and it gives you a bit of extra. But it's that one thing that makes me think the whole thing's pointless. Just my opinion. So yeah, that's my 2 pennies worth. Click and collect, don't update either. Oh, right, okay. I think you're right, actually. It's on the time away. Hang on. In-store pickup, yes. In-store pickup, don't update either. So it makes the whole thing pointless, doesn't it? That's the thing you could do, Chris, is you could turn GSP off whilst you're away. You could do that, but then you'd also have to turn off in-store pickup, wouldn't you? Because it's the same thing. You'd have to turn off local pickup, in-store pickup. Poshmark in the US has that. I just hit vacation mode and it's all turned off. And then tells everyone I'll be back on such a date. So when you turn vacation mode on Poshmark, does that mean that you can't sell at all? Does it turn off all your items? Because when you do it on Vinted, it turns off your items. There's no sales on Vinted when you go on holiday. Whereas eBay, this is the thing, eBay give you that option to carry on selling while you're in vacation mode. And I think that's where it makes it complicated. Yes, true. Only just caught the end. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for joining us. If it interests you to talk about vacation mode versus dispatch times, you can always go back and watch. Paul says, I do mostly auctions, move things that I don't sell to buy it now. That's mainly football shirts and... Oh, okay. So that's interesting that you do mainly auctions. Yeah, pretty much. They don't like it because you know what it is. eBay is so complicated behind the scenes with offers, offers to watchers, counter offers, GSP, all the different options that are available to people. The minute you want to go on holiday, it's so complicated. It's not just a buy sell platform. There's that little grey area in the middle of where people haven't paid, and that's another thing. It's annoying. I've got one item now that was bought yesterday or the day before. They still haven't paid. Now I'm lucky because I'm going to Manchester, so I'm staying in this country. So what I'm going to have to do, if they don't pay by tomorrow, I sent them a kind message saying, let me know if you're going to pay or not because I'm going away. But if they don't pay, what I'm going to have to do is package it up and take it with me. And if they pay while I'm away, I can still post it because I'm in the same country. But if I was going abroad, that would be a real pain in the ass. It really would be. If you have selected auto send offers on items, make sure you turn that off. Yeah. I don't have that, but I know some people that do it. Can't sell on Etsy while on holiday mode, which I think kind of sucks. Yeah. JJ's very late. Don't even worry about it, Jess. No problem. If you're interested in holiday mode and vacation mode and what to do, then feel free. You can watch back. I've had to take items away with me too when going away and post when they pay. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think it pretty much happens every single time. Obviously, if I'm going abroad, I normally find a way to cancel the order. But if I'm in the UK, I just have to take it with me. There's no two ways about it. You've got to keep your customer service going. Most of the time, they don't end up paying, and the item comes back with you. That's what I find. Bit annoying as I'm going on holiday soon. Go back to the start, Jess. Go back to the start. You might find it useful, but you're an experienced seller, so I'm sure you probably know the pros and cons. It's taken me a while to figure it all out. eBay don't have enough procedures in place for a lot of things. When I spoke to them about having COVID, they said I have to ask buyers if it's okay with, marking it as dispatched. Yeah. One person messaged me today because I messaged them saying, it'd be a good idea if you're able to pay today because I'm going away tomorrow and I can't dispatch after that for a few days. And they messaged me back and said, I'll pay on Friday. So I messaged them back and saying, that's fine, but would you be able to pay on Saturday due to dispatch times? And then I can get it out on Monday for you without getting a ding on my account. So hopefully they'll pay Saturday and not cause any problems. But they did say that if they did pay on Friday, I was more than welcome just to mark it as dispatch. Then it becomes complicated because that means when I come to do my postage on Monday, I've got to remember that one's already marked dispatch that I need to dig out, because normally I do an auto upload to Hermes or Every and it will pick up everything that's not been dispatched, but I'll have to remember if they pay early that I've already dispatched it and I've got to find that one. That's when it gets complicated. When I buy, I like to stick to UK only. Had a few issues when buying abroad. I don't buy much from abroad, to be honest with you. Not much at all. Might be a silly question, but is there a quick way of turning off automatic offers? So do you have automatic offers on, Candice? If you have automatic offers on, I think it's in your settings. I think you can turn it off. I'm sure. No, nothing about holiday mode. First holiday mode I used, our items got ended. Oh God. Right, you're gonna have to watch back because I go through, like, I extend dispatch times and I do everything manually. But a lot of people use time away mode. But there is some really important things on time away mode that you need to be aware of, especially if you use GSP. It could affect all your listings, stuff like that, really. So definitely worth thinking about. I just wish eBay for once would, when they said, I remember a couple of years ago, they said, oh, we're revamping our holiday mode, vacation mode, based on feedback from you guys. And I thought, oh, thank God they're doing something about this ridiculous holiday mode that doesn't work properly. And then they released it as time away mode. And I read through it and I thought, what a waste of fucking time. You haven't done anything other than auto calculate delivery dates. Everything else is still the same issues as before. Chris Tyler says, I've noticed that someone who buys Wednesday, Thursday pays Friday on payday. Yeah, that was one of them. That bought today or yesterday. I sent him a message saying I'm going away. If you fancy paying, I can get it in the post quick. And they said we're going to pay Friday, which is probably payday. If they want to cancel, I have to say due to address error to avoid marks against account. Yeah, you just got to be careful what you select there, because if you do knowingly select the wrong thing and someone moans about it, you could be in trouble. But I think, I'm not going to advise either way. But what I normally try and do in that situation, it's difficult when the buyer doesn't respond to your messages. That's the worst thing. I wish buyers would reply to you. I normally word things as to try and convince a buyer to say, yes, please cancel. Because I want that in writing to say they've said cancel, and then I can use buyer has to cancel. But I'm not going to say do it. Different topic. Clizzle says, but do you promote your listings? Is it worth promoting? I don't sell a lot, but I do sell a few bits. Yeah, I promote everything, Clizzle. I just think it's one of them things these days that you probably have to do, really, unfortunately. Some people don't. Some people swear by it. I'm not paying eBay another penny, and I get it. I totally get it. But I know that when I stop promoting my listings, my sales do drop off a cliff. So I end up promoting again. So yes, I promote. I always promote. Currently on holiday mode while I have COVID. I hope you're okay, Paul, anyway, and you're not hit too bad with it. That's me away now. Thanks for the video, Chris, and thanks for the chat. No worries. Happy selling. Cheers, Mike. We're going to be done in a minute. We've got sort of hit the hour. I've got to get some more listings done. This is my last day of listings before I have a few days off. So there you go. Derek says you can change your automatic offer settings by going to the active listings page, my eBay or Seller Hub, and selecting offer settings. Yeah, I knew it was there somewhere. Cola Flipper, hi Lee. I set all items to 0 stock. Then 3 days before the end of my holidays, I'll mark them back to 1 item in stock. I only ever have 100 to 200 listings at any one time. Fair enough, Lee. Yeah. I mean, maybe if you were to go full-time reselling, you'd do things a little bit differently. Yeah, I think if I was part-time, I would just turn off. What did I do when I was part-time? I think I'd possibly turned off, visibility on listings and went into, turned off the ability. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did as a part-time, but I'm not 100%. I might have carried on selling. I don't know, but I think that would probably be the best bet. If you don't rely on the money, then yeah, have a peaceful break and not be mithered from eBay. That was advised by eBay customer service for me to select whilst I have COVID. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely save that chat. Yeah, definitely. Interesting that they advised you to do that. Maybe that's the workaround. Maybe that's the one that is a bit of a workaround. One item. Yeah, I've never really. It's something I've never used. Is the stock function? Never really bothered with it. But yeah, I can understand it. It works. How it works. Oh, I'm worn out. I'm drained about talking about time away and holiday and vacation settings. Whew. I think I've got everything out that I wanted to speak about because, especially if you're new to eBay, it can sound really complicated. It's not. I hope it's not too complicated for you to understand. For now, I'm going to continue using the extended dispatch dates, times. Also, it's worth when you first set up your dispatch times, like when you go on holiday, get someone on another account to look at one of your items, like get your partner, your other half, or family member to go and have a look at one of your items and see when it tells them they're going to get it delivered and see if it's reasonably accurate or not. It's worth looking at it from a buyer point of view on your items once you've done it, just to make sure. I need a vacation, yeah. We've got a holiday, our next a proper holiday. I don't class going back up north to Manchester like holiday. We're going to see family and we'll get a few days off, of course, and that, but I don't really class it as a vacation or a holiday. We've got a proper holiday coming up in October. So, yeah. We'll be back in the in the US of A in October. Not a million miles away from Santa. Yeah, good point, Graham. Yeah, you could do that. Use incognito mode on a browser. There you go. View your own listing. See when, see if your dispatch times have had the desired effect. It's worth doing that just to have a look. Yeah, good point, Graham. I like that. JJ's off to the US in September. Where are you going, Jess? Where are you off to? Yeah, true. That's a good point as well. You can have a browse, search for one of your items, see where you pop up on the on your listings page. Worth noting, there is a few minutes delay also from it updating, in my experience, to when checked. Yeah, good point, Derek. Yeah, probably leave it a few hours, to be honest with you. It does say if you use time away, it says it can take a few hours to update. And I would probably do the same with when you're doing bulk edit dispatch times. Oh, that's a big trip, JJ. That's nice. LA, San Fran, Yosemite, Vegas. Not dissimilar to our honeymoon. That we did in 2018. Yeah, our honeymoon. We went to Vegas first, then we flew up to San Francisco, and then we drove. We hired a car, and then we drove from San Francisco down to LA, and then from LA, we got the coastal train down to San Diego, and then we went from San Diego back to Manchester. And what an amazing trip it was. Absolutely loved it. Loved that. The drive from San Francisco to LA took us about 10 or 11 hours, but along the coast, some of the most stunning scenery you've ever seen. That Pacific coast, and then the train ride was great as well. That was about a 2-hour train journey, but again, the train going along the beach and stuff, it was amazing. Such a good trip, that. That's going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be an amazing trip, that. It's honeymoon as well. Nice one. Oh, brilliant. When did you get married? I didn't even know. I didn't know. Why would I know? But yeah, congrats and have a great honeymoon. Very similar to our trip by the sounds of it. Although we had San Diego on the end. I think we did Vegas for 3 days, San Francisco for 4 days, LA for 4 days, and San Diego for 3 days. November last year was the wedding. Thanks, Candice. Okay. Well, I think we're done. We've done an hour and 10 minutes. I'm listing pop figures at the minute. I'm trying to get through a massive job lot. Well, I say massive. 45 pop figures that I picked up at the boot sale at the weekend. And that's on Saturday's video, by the way. So look out for that coming out. So I'm trying to get through those because they are quite quick listings, So I'm trying to do those today. And then I need to set up my eBay for the next few days because I'm making sure I've got listings set to go on over the next few days. Right. I hope that this has been an interesting listen or thought-provoking for you to decide whether you use dispatch times or time away. Just, it's worth reading through in detail the time away page and how it works and what it doesn't do, because there is concern about what it doesn't do and what it doesn't cover. Keep your eye on that and decide for yourself what's best for you. I hope it's been useful, and that's it for today. Well, there's a video out on Friday, there's a car boot video out Saturday, and then we're back live again Monday night. So we'll see you then. Mr. Diggs is donating a DuckTales DVD box set, and that is the next prize for the duck race on Monday night. So if you want to be in the duck race and be in a chance of winning the DuckTales set, then don't forget to go and comment on Monday night's show that's just gone. Monday night's show. Just go and find it on our channel and make a comment on it. And providing you're in the first 100 comments, you will be in duck race. That's it for now, I think. Let me find me ending, the outro. There we go. Thanks, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you in a few days.